In Arraial, you are tasked with holding the best party possible.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party.
You have 3 actions on your turn to perform 2 different actions. You can take a piece and maintain its orientation to the bottommost of your board, or you can rotate the magic roundabout 1/4, thus changing the orientation of the pieces on the board. Should you ever complete a line of partygoers, a bit like Tetris, you don't remove them. Instead, you get to add a white meeple to the party banner and push it up 1. The first time you connect 2 pieces of the same colour, you get to add 1 meeple onto them, and if they are the largest area of that colour across every player's board, you get to add a double meeple. Should I increase this green area more, I would not get to add another meeple to it unless it was a separate green area. So if I built a separate green area elsewhere and had 2 green pieces, I could add a meeple to it. On the first and second rounds, you must add at least 1 set of partygoers to your party and move the banner down twice. And on the last round, you must add at least 2 partygoers to your party each turn. Should the banner ever touch a partygoer, you will lose it and any meeples on it. The most meeples at the end of the game wins.
Look over here.
Arraial is a game that fits in a genre that has been well trod in recent years, with the likes of Patchwork, Barron Park, Spring Meadow, Cottage Garden. Even the heavier game, A Feast for Odin, features some kind of tetramino puzzle. And Arraial, which is obviously Portuguese for party, is a good example of these games. I really like the colourful look. The artwork, it's not going to blow your socks off, but it fits with the theme and the colourful nature of it, and I quite liked it for that. The pieces fit together well. Sometimes in these games, when you're punching out different shapes, they don't quite fit in the way you would like them. They fit snug, they come apart fine. That's all good. The roundabout is really interesting, and I just wish that I could choose to rotate it either way. I don't know why, apart from to make it a bit harder. Perhaps you can only rotate the one way, but I'd quite like if you could rotate either way. The added addition of the bar at the top, which moves down in the first 2 rounds, is nice, gives you something else to think about. You can't just build high, kind of willy-nilly. And it gives you an extra way of scoring points. And games in general are going to be quite tight. The double meeples will probably change hands quite a bit, and you'll end up with 1, maybe 2 of those. But the rest of them, unless someone just builds massive areas of the same colour, you're going to be trying to build as many duos as you can to get those meeples. And it all works. But it doesn't replace Barron Park for me. Barron Park is so far, not counting Feast for Odin, which is a much heavier game, but Barron Park so far, of that weight of tile laying tetramino game, is by far my favourite. And I think it's because of the future planning, the things you have to think about, the way you want to cover stuff up to get more tiles, but if you do that you might not make the shape properly, but there's ways to get around that by buying the green ones, which don't give you any points. There's just a lot more thought that goes into it. And although Arraial is nice enough, it's not good enough to beat Barron Park. So let's take a look at my familiar ratings to all 3 of you who are regular viewers. Is there an intimidation factor in the game? Not really. The game is self-explanatory. The only way you can move the orientation is by the roundabout, and I understand why they've done that. I just wish that I had a bit more freedom, a bit more planning opportunities. Is the rulebook good? Yes, the rulebook is very good. I've not got any complaints with the rulebook. Is the game fun? Yes, the game is a lot of fun. Again, a very easy one for people to pick up. There is an incredible level of satisfaction in the game when you complete a line or build a group of colour that's bigger than someone else's and get to snatch the double meeple. It's good fun. Will it be staying in my collection? No, it won't be. And the one reason for that is Barron Park. I do prefer this to Patchwork. I prefer it to... I haven't played properly Spring Meadow or Indian Forest. I can't remember, but I do prefer it to Cottage Garden. But Barron Park is the king of these games for me, and I don't need two of them in my collection, and that's literally the only reason it's not staying in my collection. Would I play it again? Absolutely. Would I recommend it to friends? Absolutely. In fact, I'm actually selling it to my sister because she really enjoyed it. She hasn't got Barron Park. I think it can sit happily next to something like number 9, just where it is basically the same sort of game. Then I prefer Barron Park, personally speaking. But still a good, solid tile laying game. Thanks very much for watching Board Deck and Dice. We will see you next time.